But it was a hell of a story he was telling. And me and a buddy of mine, we know what is going on, and we're just looking around to see who is buying this.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people do, but it's insecure people. You see, if you're secure within yourself and you're a good person, you don't need to feel superior to anybody, so you don't have to invent these stories of how you're the superior race and all this kind of stuff.
Sure.
It's only people who have something lacking. They're not whole. They feel insecure. They feel worthless, and so they have to make these things up or join these movements that somebody else made up in order to make themselves feel good, in order to become God or whatever, rule the world or whatever it is that they think they're going to do.
Yeah.
As long as I'm around, as long as I got a gun, ain't none of them going to do it. None of them are going to do it.
Yeah, same here. But it was pretty funny. We were just sitting there listening to him and writing down. You know, he said that they use some kind of Geiger counter or something to pick up on the radioactive parts. And
of the Ark, Noah had a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, that's what I can't figure out. What radioactive particles are you talking about?
Or was he carrying an atomic camel in there?
Yeah, must have. Then he went on and talked about how the Vikings had made this white buffalo and how some of it was
Vikings made a white buffalo?
Made a white buffalo up in Wisconsin. It was kind of like a dented rock. And walking around with this picture trying to get people to see it in the picture. It just looked like a rock. It looked like no buffalo.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Real life makes fiction look like nothing. I don't know why anybody reads fiction when real life is so interesting.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's like they've got the sane people locked up and the Looney Tunes are running around.
Well, it's surprising. This guy was supposed to be a university professor and was out of the University of Wisconsin and all of these credibility and stuff, and I just figured he was an agent of misinformation.
Yeah. I'm in the process of writing a book. I think I'll call it Waltzing Through La La Land.
That'd be a pretty good title.
I got to tell you, when you do a radio broadcast and when you write books and when you travel and speak and all of these kinds of things, you run into the strangest, weirdest people, and sometimes they come knocking on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning. It is, wait and read the book if I get to live to write it. If I get to live to publish it, I should say. I've been writing it for a long time. Good portion of it is about the wackos and the ufology movement.
Well, it's like you said. He came to that meeting, which is supposed to be about law, not about this stuff.
Uh-huh.
And he spews out all this BS. And some people are gullible enough to believe it, walk out and repeat it.
Sure.
Well, when you repeat it, you've just made yourself a nut.
That's right.
People are going to look at you and say, well, what are you talking about? The Ark is supposed to be in Turkey, on the side of a mountain. Well, what are you talking about? It's in Iowa or in Wisconsin.
Uh-huh. Well, you know what? Maybe they are nuts. Maybe they are. Maybe we're just plagued with a lot of nuts.
Probably. Probably.
Okay, well, thank you for calling.
Betcha.
And, you see, folks, you thought this show wasn't going to go anywhere. I bet you did. Well, whenever you talk about these kinds of things, I mean, it just goes right off the cliff. Always does, because there are some crazy people out there and some crazy things being passed around. You know, we did an experiment once. We collected all the documents that we could collect from places like the Patriot Facts Network and the things that are sent around by these different patriot groups and stuff, and we put them all in a big pile and sat down and got on the telephone and started one by one checking them out to see which ones were true and which ones were false. I got to tell you, folks, over 95% of every single one of them were frauds, fakes, BS, crap, lies, phony. And I guess it's maybe always going to be that way. It's coming, folks. It's accompanying Hail Bop, and it's bigger than the earth. It's hollow, and it's emitting intelligent signals. And Art Bell knows all about it. And major astronomers have seen it and reported it. It's coming to attack the Earth. It is full of lizard people. The Hour of the Time, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by the Intergalactic Money Exchange. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong commercial. The Hour of the Time is brought to you by Swiss America Trading. Yes, they've got their feet firmly planted on the ground. They've never seen a large hollow object accompanying anything that's bigger than the Earth, and neither have I. So you're in good hands with Swiss America Trading. Call and get the newsletter. Find out how you can get your hands on some real money. Not this phony stuff you've been carrying around in your pocket that's not worth anything. And sometime soon we're going to play Stephen Jacobson's Wake Up America tape again so that you can understand fully what I'm talking about, because it's the best education on money, economics, and the taxing system that I have ever seen in my life. I don't think it can ever be surpassed. I don't think there's anything that can be added to it or subtracted. But anyway, real money is gold and silver coin, always has been, always will be. The Constitution for the United States of America says right in it, no state shall... You see, you take out one of those funny things out of your wallet, hold it up, it says $1 on it. It's not $1. Can't be $1. The law says $1 is made out of silver, and it can be an equivalent value in gold. So, what's going on here? I'll tell you what's going on. This country is being robbed right out from under us. It's very simple once you understand how this works. Once you understand that a hard currency or a hard money system, gold and silver coin, has never failed in the history of the world. No paper system has ever failed to fail. It's always failed. And this one's going to fail too sometime soon. We're building to a climax here. We've overloaded everything. We are sitting on a mountain of speculation and inflated values that don't exist. And when it comes tumbling down, it's going to make the biggest noise you've ever heard in history. The biggest social upheaval is going to take place. You can't even imagine. I've studied these things for many years. I know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, and you'd better be prepared for it. Call Swiss America Trading. Get your hands on some real money. 1-800-289-2646. That's 1-800-289-2646. Tell them that you're a steady listener to the Hour of the Time. You'll get red carpet treatment. I guarantee it. 1-800-BUY-COIN. Do it now. Up in the sky. It's a bird. No, it's a plane. It's a frisbee. No, it's not a frisbee. It's Art Bell. It's Art Bell, and it is an incredible flying spheroid that stalks. It's stalking a comet. It could get in big trouble. You know, that's against the law, ladies and gentlemen. 520-333-4578 is the number. I'm going to get a ton of letters for tonight's broadcast telling me what a wonderful guy Art Bell is and what a bad guy I am for criticizing his looniness. Well, that's life, So send all the letters you want. I'll put them in. Maybe I'll read them on the air. That would make another wonderful broadcast. Read the loony letters from the Looney Bin people that support the Looney Tunes on the Art Bell Show. That would just be loony, don't you think? It would be a lot of fun. Oh, boy. And I got a thing here from Gary Hunt. Gary Hunt is provocateuring again. Gary Hunt is a government provocateur. He works for the government, the BATF, trying to get patriots and militia members to do something stupid. Here he's written a big old tome justifying terrorism as an act of war that we should all be engaged in, and he's criticizing patriot leaders for not doing it and for chastising those who would consider it and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, this is just classic if we don't get any